Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie, so I had yesterday off. I had a nice day with my dad and my son and his two children as well. So it was nice, and my husband put on a few sausages and burgers. So even sent but my son and my dad home with a few spare, like. But anyway, so yeah, nice. And tomorrow I've got 3 boys coming, 2 are brothers, and then there's the 2-year-old. And it's just amazing to see, guys, you know. I think I'm really lucky that I'm able to see right at the beginning of where their future is. You know, it'd be lovely for them to continue the bond into teenage years and adult years as well. I can see the 2-year-old bossing their 4 and 5-year-old around. And he'll be a ladies' man as well. But, you know, it is nice, isn't it, when you kind of see that, and I do appreciate it. I'll have to make it clear to my children that, you know, this is one of my wishes going forward if I depart sooner than we think. But yeah, so we're going, we've got hot tubs, we've got kites, we've got bouncy balls, you know, and everything. I always like to do something with them when they come, even the baby one. So no, the 2-year-old became a 3-year-old. But anyway, yeah, so we always do stuff. It took a 2-year-old to tell Nana that we was making these glitter balls. So I was putting the card in, you know, he was drawing on them and was putting the cards in and everything. And I kept shaking it because I thought the glitter's supposed to move, and it wasn't moving. It was just like, just not moving. Well, it moved, but it wasn't like glittery how it should have been. Anyways, Nana, water. Nana, water. He's obviously done this before. But anyway, yeah, you had to put water in. Anyway, okay, straight to the point then. I think you're going to like this one. I was going to do all sorts of readings, but I don't know. I think I'm going to stay with the Harry seeing a divorce lawyer. Okay, Harry maybe not even going to Colombia. So let's see. Because it could be, you know, wishful thinking. Okay then, so has Harry called in the divorce lawyers for Meghan? So I would say that is, you know, seeking advice, because this advice puts pressure on him, you know. It does. So you've got a time thing here, you know, so I'm hearing, well, you have to make up your mind before you have to do something before. So, you know, it's definitely going through a stressful time with Meghan. It looks like, you know, announcing these tours and this CBS interview and everything. I hope that was defiant of Harry, in that I've only seen a clip, so like you guys, where he you know, he speaks while she's still talking, or cuts her off or whatever, and she doesn't look too impressed neither. I hope that's him being defiant. How does Harry feel about Meghan in general, as his wife? Creating rumours, okay? Creating rumours out of thin air. So just the way they was sat, you know, Meghan and Harry are media savvy, you know. So they're not trying to put on a united front at all. So that distance would have been intentional. So was Meghan's disdain for Harry intentional? I only need a yes or no. No. I don't even think they'd seen each other that day. There's no commitment, no commitment. So, yeah, normally Meghan would write his answers and everything, because don't tell me they didn't know these questions put to them. No way, the interview wouldn't have gone ahead. I kind of feel like, Meghan stirring the pot with rumours. How does he feel about her? I think his cup of water is diluted. Okay, so he's obviously thinking about things. I've got water seeping in, so that'll be his emotions. I don't feel like I've seen Harry like this. There's no anger. There's distance, but there's no anger. It's almost become like Meghan feels with Harry. She can't work with him, can't agree on things. And I think this is because, I've told you before, Harry seems to come off better whenever he does something. At least he follows it through. Not like Meghan's pie in the skies, 20 times over. I mean, how many times do you relaunch, Christ. I think one of you asked me, saying I must be loving it with Harry and Meghan, pulling them down. No, I don't. I tell you what I do love. Being right. Predicting the future and being right. That's all that's important to me. Not the players. And anyway, you can see where my last efforts got me. Oh dear. I should really do one on Meghan in the future, but let's see. Yeah, so, not committed, not... So this one agreed this is quite natural as well. I think Harry is stressed about, little rumours. So you're getting People's magazines, you're getting all sorts, but you're getting leaks about Harry. And he's wondering if it's to do with Meghan. Because surely by now, he knows her style. And how easy it is. Does Harry suspect Meghan of leaking stories on him? Well, he knows it to be the truth. Now, this is interesting. Like I said, I've not seen it like this before with him. He sees the truth, but I also feel, that he knows the truth. Because the things in these articles are the truth. So there's only her that could know. I mean, the rest of the world thinks we know everything, but we don't. There'll be some private information there. If I was Harry, I would drip feed his wife something and wait for 6 weeks before it's, online or on a media or People's magazine or, Omid's blog. So how did, Harry feel? So he's seen her planting stories. How did he feel about Meghan at the, on that interview? With censorship, mentioned that the other day. Young people, mentioned that the other day. Cosmetics, mentioned that the other day. But anyway, not blowing me on trumpet, I promise. Yeah, how did Harry... What was the state of their relationship up to the interview? well, they knew they had to go somewhere. I think they'd agreed on what they, I'm getting an invitation here, and, oh, support and reassurance. Well, normally that's Harry because he's insecure. He goes from insecure to overbearing at times, I feel. They both believe that they're doing, you know, this out of genuine feelings. Sorry if you heard that beep, it's my husband. Two of them want to come today, so I said, yeah, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, so it's about an invitation. It's about Harry and Meghan needing reassurance as well. So they might have been really nervous. Meghan can play nervous. And it was about young people. Let's focus on young people. Let's focus on them, not on us. How did Meghan feel about Harry in that interview? I kind of feel like, you know, I say it again, with this seating arrangement and their body language, because, you know, they're trying to make headlines, but the fact is, what's happening here is, and I said this 2 years ago, you know, they'll talk and they'll behave like they're splitting up and everything, but they end up doing that because they've sort of like started the motions and they're behaving that way, and they're becoming more used to the idea, even if it's subconsciously. You know, this is yeah, this is what was going to be picked up on as well. I feel like, I know everybody else will say, oh well, you know, she was genuinely disgusted. Don't you think she went out of her way at least 2, 3, 4 times to look disgusted? To look repulsed, to play to the game that, you know, you know, Harry's not listening to her anymore. You know, she doesn't have the say on all the things. Do you not think these are things that they're wanting to put out? Because I do. She took every opportunity, from how they sat to all sorts, really, the way that they looked at each other, to Harry wringing his hands. You know, it's all for an opportunity. Okay, so there's a sleight of hand here. So what you're seeing is that's wanted. You know, so Harry could be worried that, you know, going down this route is going to actually lead to splitting up, you know, and divorcing. How did you feel about Harry after the interview? Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. They were straight on the phones, looking on YouTube and X and see what was trending, and it was them, you know. How much they despise each other, how Harry is checked out, how this, how that. So she's got exactly what she wanted. This is a woman who doesn't shy from controversy and, well, just desperate attention-seeking things. Now, I know a couple of years ago when we said about this point where they get to, what Meghan don't bank on is, right, Meghan thinks she's going to be the one to move up and move on. But in fact, it's Harry that gets it first, because a lot of women do find Harry attractive. A lot of women would want to nurture Harry. A lot of women want to be with Harry because he's royal as well, you know. So if anybody is going to move on easily, it will be Harry. You can't control Meghan. What you're right, a billionaire, or shrewd, a multi-hundred millions, right? You think they didn't get that by not being ruthless, you know? These people are ruthless, okay? It's how they get to the top and how they get that much money. And their own efforts and hard work, of course, you know. Meghan won't be able to tell Harry, another millionaire, what to do, couldn't play the games with going in for attention every day. She courts it, she wants it. It's not something that, you know, like Catherine and Diana, where it was. I mean, with Diana, that's even debatable. But yeah, so it would be Harry that moves on very quickly. So I want to know, did Harry and Meghan travel together before the interview? I'm going to say no. Harry had someone with him. Somebody who would make him feel sure of himself as well. So I think they went separate, and I kind of feel like Harry was maybe at a divorce court. You know, I'm seeing like a legal situation, so legal advice maybe as well. So they're trying to drown out something here by going to that extreme. Plus, she's more desperate than ever for headlines, you know. And if you don't do anything, you haven't got nothing to say, have you? If you don't hear from anyone, you ain't got nothing to repeat. What was it? Who, you know, is this man some kind of legal advisor? Absolutely, legal advisor. I'm kind of getting the feeling, you know, that Harry's kind of seeking advice. Does Harry, you know, want to divorce Meghan? He's nearly there. He's nearly there. Okay, so she keeps trying to change his mind about things, you know, and do that manipulation, build him up, knock him down, blame him, force guilt upon him, threaten him with children, threaten him with, you know, what she knows. You know, for any of us normal, you know, well, not normal, but for any of us, going through a divorce like that would be traumatising. So I can't, you know, I can't imagine what it would be for Harry to come to that decision and also know there's going to be an onslaught and that he's going to be left denigrated by Meghan. That's why it's important to give her enough to shut up. What is Meghan's biggest fear about Harry right now? That he becomes strong again, you know, that he becomes strong, and that, like, it's from within him. The kind of things like we talked about, you know, seeing the bigger picture, and slowly the penny starts to drop. I definitely see something around November here. I think I've said it before, that's why I'm remembering it. But, you know, so it's slow going. Expect more desperate attempts. But, you know, bring them on, get them all out, girl. Get them all out, because every new one you do, you just get, you know, you have to do something else more drastic. Colombia. So you got Nigeria for scamming, Colombia for drugs. What is that thing they make with poppies? Could that be, you know, Harry's new supply? I don't know. Poppies. No, I don't. I think, oh, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, poppies. That's what I'm getting. Right, okay, so, will Harry... What next for Harry for this? Oh, well, you know, usual trick, bringing the past up into the future. Remembering more stuff. Digging something up from the past, I've got. Digging something up from the past. And I can't help but feel like, you know, the Queen is around this. He had an excellent relationship with the Queen. It was so special. Outcome for Meghan in this. Harry speaking up for himself. Harry, you know, taking, having balls now, you know. It takes a while to get your confidence to stand up to somebody. But, you know, the torment inside, well, you're not living and you're not dead. And that's how it is with somebody in that kind of relationship. If Harry had done these things to Meghan, there would be hell on earth. He would be prosecuted for something. Yeah, because she's a female claiming to be black. The only thing black about her is her soul. Yeah, she's going to go through it, isn't she? She's not coping. She is not coping. He will confront her over this. He will confront her. There's no doubt about it. But I'm not seeing any sword cards, you know, to say that he's in despair or anything. I'm seeing him starting to wake up. And this is just one tiny, tiny step, okay? So this has been going on before this. It was pre-recorded anyway. So is this a couple of weeks ago that, you know, he's had enough with Meghan and said, right, I'm off to see a solicitor? Or would he actually see one, you know, behind her back? Does Meghan know that Harry's sought legal advice about a divorce? You know, as always, Meghan. So basically, she sees Harry leaving her as his loss, not hers, you know, and that she would cost him dearly because she'll fight, she'll want to bite, scratch, whatever, she will fight. It would have to be a humongous amount of money to get her, you know, under a court order. And make it so, you know, that it can never, ever be undone. And it applies to, you know, her children in the future, who she will confide in. You know, Meghan Markle's like another Angelina Jolie. Getting your kids to do that, you know, even subliminally, but manipulating them, you know, into doing, rejecting their father. Brutal, you know, brutal, because what, he's moved on. Well, you know, he didn't end up getting back with Jennifer Aniston, did he? So she's seen it is that, you know, he won't divorce her. He won't divorce her. That's what she's saying. You won't divorce me. I've got so much on you. What was the solicitors or lawyers' advice to Harry about Meghan? You know, whispers abound, okay? Whispers she would spill everything she's got, which isn't a lot, but could be damaging to Harry, and the not knowing, and the worry, and the having to make statements and drag people into things, you know. She would turn it into a circus. She'd request the video, you know, footage from inside the courts. You can't trust her. You can't trust her. And what about all the backlash and all the people that, you know, the negative, fearful, scamming people, you know. So he's been told, you know, you got enemies there. You got enemies. Can mean that you get booted out as well. She can have him booted out, apparently, of America. I did say on the diplomat, you know, that he'd done everything right on that, but he was a diplomat, but also that he would, you know, be open now to the lesser of two evils, really, of getting prosecuted, you know. So if you can't prosecute him for completing the visa wrong, you go for him for breaking the visa's, you know, conditions. So don't say anything to anybody. Don't tell anybody, you know. This would have to be, because she's feared. You know, she's playing in suits, right? But I see her in billions, you know. So when they do something or they want something in place, they go pay for an investigator, get the goods on them, blackmail that person, get what you want, and then keep moving on and doing all crazy stuff. And that's what Meghan is, you know. That's what she does. She does even worse. I think, you know, divorcing Meghan means that he has to leave the States. Well, I don't think that's what we're being told. Will Harry take on board this lawyer's advice? It's giving him a lot of cause for concern, you know. A lot of... You know, he's worried now. He's worried because if he divorces her, she just drags him into everything. So if he divorces her, that he can be kicked out, because, and it's a reason to do it with her, whether it be the marriage, whether it be the visa, you know. But she's the source, and he's worrying. You know, he wants. He doesn't know how much longer he can take. And that is why, you know, he's waiting. And then you've got the legal things here. So, you know, this is all about divorce Meghan, leave the California, the States, and then what about his kids? That's what he's worried about. What about his kids? And he knows how difficult Meghan will be, you know. He knows how evil she will be. I mean, to be fair, they're both are as toxic as each other in that relationship. I know Harry had a few issues when he was with Chelsea, but not this. This is like, you know, 0 to 100. I think for his age, you know, it would have been appropriate for his age, what things he was doing. You know, going out, getting hammered, taking a few drugs, being out till 5 o'clock in the morning. So what? You know, so what? He's 25. But now it's different. It's different. So there has been a subtle change here. But it's mainly that he's catching her out, leaking stories. She could never confess everything she's done to him or to his family, because Harry wouldn't have it. So what she does is she manipulates him, gets him to believe her, you know, fake reports and stuff, information. Told you, like, you know, she didn't want him to get better. You know, what has changed what has changed in Harry by seeing the light of Meghan? So many times, you know, being unreliable with their truth, making promises she can't keep, saying she'll do things, you know, such as that Arrow, Archwell, whatever. She doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And he knows he's not going anywhere either. He doesn't like himself anymore neither. You know, when he looks in the mirror, he just sees, like, you see the face in the mirror and then you see the face in your soul, you know. And I don't think he likes either of that. I do see him over the bathroom sink, just with his hands on the sink, you know, just looking pensively. I think he finds, you know, now that every time she said it was in his best interest and sincere, then, you know, he knows now, he's starting to see it, you know, his eyes are opening. Just don't be seeing what you see on that interview, you know. Was that kind of scripted? A certain element was scripted. When Harry speaks out, that's his confidence growing, you know, that he can do that. Even though he probably thinks when he gets home he's going to get it in the neck. But I think Meghan wanted some kind of, you know, because censorship's boring, let's show our relationship is, you know, on the way down, on the decline. But this, you know, the more she does this and puts things in, the more it becomes real. When you write things down, things, you know, that come true, when you talk about something and pretend to be a certain way, you know, that can become a truth. I don't think we're heading down a slippery slope here. But Harry's not called, you know, he's called a lawyer, but he's not taken any action just as yet. Well, I hope, you know, that's true. I really do, because it shows that he's starting somewhere. he's starting to get the right idea. And all he needs is a bit of validation, you know. Be on your path and try and be as true to yourself, I think is the word, okay, true to yourself. And then you'll see the, you know, universe will just throw things at you, you know, so that you're validated. People would call it coincidence, synchronicity. So he may feel, you know, the reason I'm saying that is because it's slow progress for him. But he'll find as it goes on, you get more and more validated because you're on that right path. You're making the best decisions for yourself, you know. I tell you, life is too short, you know. Life is too short. It's just gone by just like that. And how many times we miss wonderful things and miracles and, you know, animals, you know, the world events, knowledge, history, the future. It goes in a blink of an eye. Okay, guys, that's it from me, and I'll be back soon with another reading. I will try and get another one out today, but like I said, the two grandbabies have just decided they want to come a day earlier and spend time with us. So, isn't it lovely? I love it, me. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I'll be back soon with another reading. Okay, bye now. Bye-bye.